everybody, Texer here, and welcome back to Civilization 5. Now, let's talk about what's happened to me recently. So, between the last episode and now, there has been a significant gap in recording time. I say this almost every session, but, this time, for once, there's a fairly good reason. See, I had gone on vacation recently, and so that's about a week of time when I'm not able to record. I come back from vacation, and my roommate had set the house on fire. Wasn't a serious fire. She had a mason jar next to the stove, and left it unattended to keep the cat out of trouble, and before you know it, boom! Up in flames. Fortunately, first thing she did, get all the pets out of the house, grabbed a fire extinguisher from her parents, which lived like right next door, came in, put out the fire before it got too bad. We were lucky. If it had gotten inside the walls, that'd have been game over. So I come back, and unfortunately, we can't stay in the house. We had to live in a hotel for about a week when they cleaned it. Because in addition to blowing the fire extinguisher all over the kitchen, she accidentally fired it off early and got it all over the living area. And you couldn't breathe in there. You could not live in that. So that screwed up my plan of recording when I got home from vacation. I had a fairly long time where I was able to do that. I had the time to do it, but I couldn't actually do it. So it is what it is. But hopefully things have returned to normal by now. I'm back in my room. And hey, let's get back to some Civ 5. I actually don't remember what was going on. We are friendly with everyone except the Zulus. This is all starting to come back to me now. It's all starting to come back to me now. Yeah, we had been making a push this way towards the Zulus because everybody hates the Zulus, and teaming up with everybody else in the world to beat on the Zulus is a good idea, just because they'll like me for it. I would probably like to declare war and liberate this at some point, but I don't think now is the time, because as I recall, I was kind of trying to get started on something resembling culture. Now, I'm not going to be able to beat the Arabs in culture. A culture victory is a fantastic idea, but it's just not going to happen. It very rarely actually happens. Largely, that kind of comes down to there's always one. There's always going to be one Civ out there that has just ridiculous culture. Let's get some promotions here. And that's right, Novgorod was our spot for artillery, and it was the spot for producing units, that's right. Okay, I don't even know what you're supposed to be doing. So you might as well go find some oil and hook it up. Got a lot of oil already, though. That oil could be hooked up. That would be a great thing to hook up. You know what, why don't you just automate? I'm at the point where I don't care what the workers are doing. They're not going to screw things up too bad on their own. And they're probably fine. So all of this can go into alert mode. I may come back and take out Ulundi. I think that is the thing to do. Ulundi is just too tempting. It is just too tempting. So let's go ahead and get our guys up. I mean, we've got a couple of really nice, we've got plenty of artillery here, and some ships to help take that out, too. I mean, he's got quite a navy, but that navy is just galleass. Yeah, they're not really going to be a threat. Let's go ahead, go into alert. You can automate because I don't care what you do anymore. You are literally stuck there, so just alert mode. And tempting, but will you give me salt for it? Alright, salt it is. Now this is an interesting little island. There's a lot of oil and deer and furs too. It's not a terrible city spot. Although it would be really hard to defend and hard to get to. Like if I were to settle... Well then no, that's a ton of tundra. I don't want to deal with that much tundra. Wow. I forgot everybody else was at war with him too. Because I had just pieced out, didn't I? I had just pieced out and I had set down this citadel and stole the dyes and stuff. Because I wanted that citadel to be defendable. Because he's not taking this back with that citadel there. And it's only a matter of time before I go to his next place. This is workable by St. Petersburg. Alright. You can go up here and work on that. And you can build me a workboat so we can get that hooked up. Oh, I need another trade route too. I'll have to build that when it comes up. But yeah, Lasha needs liberated. No question about that. Just not sure. Now, I like the cultural start. I do this with most of my games. I try to start heavy on the tourism and the culture. Because lots of culture is really good. You get all these social policies, you get all these bonuses. Having tourism, I find, is really helpful because it totally prevents you from getting screwed up later in the game by ideology. You can be going really strong and have weak culture, and then you just get hosed by ideology later on. So, I try to avoid that. Because that is generally not good. I do not have refrigeration, so you can just go to sleep. You can just automate. I don't care what you do. You can just kind of sit tight. Alright. Novgorod. This is my military production center. And it's not on the front anymore, but I think... Wow, we don't have public schools. Public schools it is. Public schools it is. And a policy. So... Well, there's a thought. Finishing off aesthetics. I said we probably won't win that way, but it would be helpful. Could go down rationalism. Could continue my... I think it's worth just finishing off aesthetics for the sake of it. Because now we have a lot more things that we can use our faith for. Right now, like, we don't have anything to throw into, what is this, Oxford. We need different era and civilizations that aren't me. We can probably do that. Russian industrial, Russian medieval, Russian industrial. Yeah, I think we can actually do that. Let's get medieval and Russian industrial. We'll swap that. And yeah, there we go. Persian medieval and Arabian Renaissance. There we go. Extra culture, extra tourism, just like that. Art from different eras and different civilizations. We could probably stand to make a few extra things. But what are we spending our faith on now? Nothing at all. Alright. How about a writer? Let's just start buying writers. Fill up our writing slot. Actually, I could get some art and fill up this by swapping it, couldn't I? Let's get some great artists going. Purchase great artist. There we go. Next turn. And we'll get one right away, and probably could just buy one now, but you go to sleep. Probably should just buy one now. That way we can pop him immediately next turn. I mean, we don't have to. We would be missing out on 2 tourism and 2 culture if we let it automatically go, but meh. Faded in our eyes. What would you like? You want 5 gold. Would you give me 6? You give me 5. Let me keep my horses then. That's a little concerning. Oh. Arabia has adopted freedom. I'll have to take a look at that in a bit. I'm pretty sure I can take Ulandi. I think I'm still peace locked. But, that is a heck of a navy, though. But it is just galleous. And I've got frigates and privateers. I can probably manage.
It is well that will.
Let's see. Am I actually peace locked here? Yeah. So you can just go into alert mode. You make me great work. I don't know, we're actually getting quite a lot of culture, or quite a lot of tourism going. If we get... Ooh, we're gonna need a diplomat in Arabia if we actually hope to do a decent job there. Arabia is getting dissidents, but their happiness is insane. Okay, so... let's leave you to rig those elections. I'll probably just wait until I get my next spy in order to send it to the Arabs. And that should come in not a very long time. Although, I could just go straight to radio. Get the Eiffel Tower. I think I need the Eiffel Tower, so let's do that. 8 turns, then we'll get another spy for entering the new era. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Alright. Next turn. And I'm gonna want to make sure I get a lot more, I need those museums everywhere. If I don't have museums everywhere, I've got a problem. In fact, I should probably just annex this and build a courthouse. Or buy a courthouse, even. Because then I can immediately turn around and start, Ooh, hey. Immediately turn around and start doing useful things like making museums. Why don't you go and kick it in the safety of Moscow? Okay. Oh, hey, another great artist. That is fantastic. You dig that up. And, yeah, why don't we do that? Annex the city. And we're going to purchase a courthouse. I do want those walls, definitely. Purchase a courthouse. Why don't we purchase a windmill as well? Get some extra production going, because the production here is terrible. Production going. Workshop for more production. That's more like it. We're starting to get something going. And a factory. There we go. Now we're making stuff. So, now that that's all done, we can make monument, granary, aqueduct. We need this to grow. Market, always good. And that's perfectly fine. We do want you on food focus, because we want you to grow as quickly as possible. Next turn. Alright, so, what have I actually got? I do have Russian industrial art, which I can probably just slip in there for the moment. Nothing else. Okay, Novgorod and this place still need a museum. I wouldn't build that. Yeah, you're gonna have a long ways to go before you get that museum. This is Ancient Russian. And it is workable by a city. I think that's worth a landmark improvement. Yeah, definitely make sure that is worked. This is Medieval Russian. Ooh. If it was classical, I might consider it, but Medieval Russian? I think it's better just to get the artifact now. Alright. Now where did that actually end up? Yeah, in there. Swap. Yeah, no one else has that. Okay. Gonna have to send a lot more archaeologists out. Darius is at war with Shaka. Alright. Never-ending war on Shaka. No wonder he's built up such a huge navy. He's got crazy people all over the world trying to kill him, and I wonder why. It's not like somebody, convinced everybody to hate him. Yeah, I'm not sure what Darius thinks he's gonna do to Shaka, but should be interesting. Yeah, public school sounds awesome. In fact, public school into hospital and stock exchange. That sounds like a winning thing. Okay, what are we gonna make here? I think a hospital would be great. You can go all the way up here. And that needs hooked up, too. Cargo ship. Okay, so... Trade route overview. Available... Highest gold would be... Moscow. Yeah. This'll do great. Sort by highest gold. And that will be wonderful. You can go ahead and make great work. And I need quite a bit more faith to get another one. But when I do, I should be able to trade all my art around. Oh hey, another archaeology. Russian classical would be interesting. Barbarian artifact would be potentially useful. Let me see. I don't think anybody's trading artifacts yet. Yeah, nobody has any of those. What I might do is just make the barbarian artifact and hope for another classical era work. It's a bit risky, but hey, let's try it. Pop that over there. And actually, these can temporarily go into a museum. Because... Did I not? There we go. Because that'll give me a nice theming bonus. And that is all good. Oh! They went to war against him too.
Dumb.
Halak.
Shall we declare war against... No. I'm still forced in a peace treaty. Yeah. Wonder when that expires. Actually, I should pump out more of my archaeologists. Because there are a lot of them. Now, I do want to think about where I want the Eiffel Tower, too. I mean, I could rush build it here, but I don't think that's a good idea. But I don't have a wonder here, and I've got wonders everywhere else. And this city will grow fairly quickly. Especially if I start feeding food to it. Do I have wonders in every other city, though? That is the question. No wonders here. I've definitely got wonders in Moscow. I got plenty of wonders in St. Petersburg. Novgorod has wonders. And I don't have any here. Okay, well, that'll be where we want the Eiffel Tower then. So let me get my great engineer head towards that city. And you can set up, go into alert mode. So once we unlock the Eiffel Tower, we're just gonna pop our great engineer in that, get that in that city. I'd rather put it here than...
تعال دعنا
Yeah,
نفكر.
absolutely. I would love open borders with you. I'd rather put it there because I think that's local happiness, and it won't do any good here because it'll be capped at the city population. And I think we're already producing at least some happiness elseways. So, yeah, we'll try to avoid that. Oh, I lost an alliance. Aha! Peace tree is expired. Okay, well, I think now's a pretty decent time to put in a quick cut here. So, I will be back, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.